This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given the values of R and C, and after that we are given a R cross C character matrix as input, and this character matrix will always contains only two characters. It may either contain a equal to symbol or it will contain a hyphen symbol. So these are the only two characters used in this character matrix, and the equal to symbol represents a concrete slab and a hyphen symbol represents a glass slab. And now it is given in the question that iron ball is being thrown in every column of the matrix, and if it is a glass slab then it will be breaked, and if it is a concrete slab then it won't break. But there is one possible case where the concrete slab can be broken. If the concrete slab is going to be the first slab where the iron ball is going to hit, then the iron ball can break the concrete slab. In none of the remaining cases the concrete slab can be broken. So now using these conditions we have to find the total number of slabs that will be breaked, and if a slab is break then it will be represented using X symbol. So now for the particular given input, let us apply the conditions given in the question and let us update our matrix. So first let us start with our first column. So in the first column the first slab itself is a concrete. So as per the conditions given in the question, the iron ball can break it because it is the first slab and it is a concrete slab. So this is the only possible way when a concrete slab can be breaked. So I am updating the first character to X, and now the next slab is again a concrete, but now the iron ball cannot break it because already it has broken a slab. So this particular concrete slab is present in the second, so the iron ball cannot break it. So in the first column only the first slab will be broken down. So the iron ball can break a concrete slab only if it is the first slab in that particular column. For all the remaining slabs it follows the rule. If it is glass then it will break. If it is concrete then it won't break. So this is the rule. Now let us move to the second column of the matrix. And in the second column again the first slab is a concrete slab. So it is the first slab. So this is the only possible way when a concrete slab can be broken by the iron ball. So I am updating the first slab to X. And now the second slab is hyphen, which means it is a glass slab. So the iron ball can easily break the glass slab. So I am updating it to X. And again the third slab is also a glass slab. So again the iron ball can break this particular slab. And then the fourth slab is also a glass slab. So again this will also be broken. And the fifth slab is also a glass slab. So the fifth slab will also be broken. So in the second column all the slabs will be broken down. So all the characters in the second column have been updated to X. Now let us move to the third column. So in the third column the first slab itself is glass, so it will be broken, and the second slab is glass, so again that will also be broken, and then the third is also glass, it will be broken, and now the fourth is a concrete slab. Now the iron ball cannot break that particular slab, so we need not check for the further slabs. So in the third column we were able to break the first three slabs. So now we are going to move to the fourth column of our matrix. So in the fourth column again the first slab itself is a glass slab, so it can be broken, so I am updating it to X, and the second slab is also a glass slab, so I am updating it to X, and the third slab is a concrete slab, so the iron ball cannot break it, so we are going to stop checking further. So in the fourth column we were able to break the first two slabs, and now in the fifth column the first slab itself is a concrete. So this is the only possible case when a concrete slab can be broken. So the iron ball can break this particular slab, so I am updating it to X, and the second is a glass slab, so it will be broken, I am updating it to X, and the third is also a glass slab, so I am updating it to X, and the fourth is a concrete, and now the iron ball cannot break this particular concrete slab, so we are going to stop checking further. So after updating all the columns, this is how our updated matrix is looking like. So our task is to print our output matrix just like this. So in our expected output also we are printing the same matrix. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am going to create two integer variables named R and C, and in the next line using a scanf statement I am accepting the values of R and C, and in the scanf statement I am using /n because next we have to accept a character. So only when you use /n statement we will be moving to the next line of our input. So that is the reason why we are using /n. And to store the character matrix I am going to create a two-dimensional character array named mat of size R cross C. And now in order to accept the character matrix, we have to create a nested loop and we have to accept every character in every iteration, and we will be storing it into this two-dimensional array named mat. And now we are going to implement our logic. So we are given that a iron ball is thrown in every column of the matrix. So our task is to iterate through every column of the matrix, and we have to calculate how many slabs will be broken. So to do that, I am creating a nested loop. And in this nested loop, we can see that the I loop iterates from 0 to I less than C, and the j loop iterates from 0 to j less than r. So here we have interchanged the values of r and c, because in this question we have to iterate through every column wise. So that is the reason why we are using I less than c and j less than r. So in every iteration of this I loop, this j loop will be traversing through all the rows in that particular ith column. So in the first iteration, the value of I will be equal to 0, and this j loop will be iterating through all the elements present in the first column of the matrix. And in the next iteration, the I will be incremented, and again the j loop will be traversing through all the columns in the second column of our matrix. So in every iteration of this nested loop, we should be checking the conditions given in the question. So we were given that a concrete slab can be broken only if it is the first slab. So first we have to implement a condition for that. First we will be checking whether j is equal to 0 or not, because if it is 0, then it means that it is the first slab in that particular column. And the next what we are going to check is, we are going to check whether the character present at the index matrix of ji is equal to the character equal to or not, because the concrete slab is represented by equal to symbol. And here we are not using matrix of ij, we are using matrix of ji, because we have to now traverse through every column of the matrix. So only when we use ji, we will be traversing as per the required conditions. So if both of these conditions are satisfied, then it is sure that it is possible to break that particular slab. So this is the only case when a concrete slab can be broken. So whenever both of these condition is true, we are going to break the particular slab. So the broken slab must be represented using the character x. So if this condition is satisfied, then within the brackets we should set matrix of ji is equal to the character x. And the next is, we have to check whether the slab is a glass slab or not. So the glass slab is represented using hyphen. So if matrix of ji is equal to hyphen, then again the particular slab can be broken. So again, within the else if condition, it is possible to break. So if it is possible to break, then we have to set matrix of ji is equal to the character x. And then if it is not a glass slab, then definitely it's going to be a concrete slab. And if it is a first slab, then already it would have executed its condition in the first if statement. So only when a concrete slab is present any position other than first, this else block will be working. So for the concrete slab present at any position other than first, it can't be broken down. So in this else condition, we definitely can't break the particular slab. So what we are going to do is, we are going to implement break condition, because if a particular slab cannot be broken down, then the iron ball cannot reach the remaining slabs. So we should stop checking for those further slabs. So in the else part, we will be executing break condition. So finally, after the execution of this nested loop, our matrix would have been updated. So again, using a nested loop, we have to print the updated matrix. So that will be the required output. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.